Hi, everybody. It's David Darkangelo, Global Marketing Director, CTFO. We have the pleasure of having trainer, coach, mentor, top producer, part-time actor, brand new 15K producer, CTFO in less than 30 days. And XanthoMyst isn't even shipping till this week in Canada. So from White Rock, BC, British Columbia, Canada, let's welcome Donna Farrell. Hi, Donna.
Well, hello there, David. Great to be here today. Super excited.
I am with a bio like that, which is so amazing. But I always like to pick out something special about a person that I see in you from what you see online. And your passion is truly helping people become their best self. Who is and what are you about, Donna?
Well, that's a really good question, David. And as I was thinking about this and how I would answer, we always go into, I'm a mother, I've got two beautiful daughters, and I'm a brand new grandma as of 6 weeks ago. And I'm a daughter with a wonderful father who's been such a support to me, being the only entrepreneur in our very conventional family. I was sort of always the oddball, the one that would color outside of the lines. But I guess who I truly am, really, we're all like spirits having this human experience. And what lights me up and what lights up my inner glow and passion is when I can see someone else lighting up, because it's contagious, creating positivity inside a negative world. And growing up, I had some challenges. My mom had some health challenges, and she took the negative approach to everything, the glass half empty approach to everything. What could go wrong with everything? So as a young girl, I took that experience, that mentorship I had with my mother, and I went, well, what could go right? Well, maybe the glass is half full. Maybe what's positive about this situation? And so I learned from a negative and turned it into a positive. And then I started applying that to everything in my life. And it's just been the best way to live.
Wow. Beautiful. And positivity and sharing that. I'm just going to just read a couple things here. Is achieved the top ranks in several companies over the last 20 years. The first 100K premier to rank in all of Canada with a mangosteen juice product, featured on the cover of the magazine, traveled to Thailand to learn the details of this amazing power of the queen of the fruit. What do you think about Dr. Templeman coming to CTFO? That announcement was last night, because we can tie that all together.
It was. And I just kind of had a little indication that might have been the announcement. Didn't have it completely, but I kind of thought it might, based on us having set up this interview the next day. So at the last moment, I made sure my young little team of about 3 weeks that know this fruit and know what we had before to get on that live call. And honestly, I'll tell you in a second my take on Dr. Templeman, but what was so exciting is while you were interviewing him and announcing him and welcoming him to the CTFO family with his mass background in the mangosteen, right in his practice, real people getting real results, my phone was blowing up with folks that have known him, have worked with him, have learned from him, have broken bread with him over dinner. My girlfriend and I shared a cab with him in Honolulu airport to the hotel, and he said, girls, come join me in my cab. Such an approachable, down-to-earth man. And they were so excited. Dr. T is here. Oh my gosh, this just changes the third-party endorsement from him. I got to tell you, when I first met Dr. T, I've been involved with this. This is a little replica that I have, and I've got a few of them. This little dude right here. And then this was one of my awards from back with the juice. It's a little crystal mangosteen. Anyways, Dr. Templeman, we hosted him here in the Vancouver area. He traveled all over North America, speaking on stages, belly to belly with people. We'd be at conferences, and every time I heard him, I always took notes because he was always keeping us up to date on his newest findings and real people and real results, and people could relate to him. But what's unique about Dr. Templeman is, especially in conferences, late in the late at night, early in the morning, you'd find him in a little corner somewhere in a lobby of a hotel with this mass gathering of folks around him, just listening to the stories. So he goes above and beyond whatever he's here to do or where he was there, because he truly, truly loves sharing the goodness of this queen of fruit, and he really cares about people. So I'm overjoyed. My team, my early team here is overjoyed. And for all of you meeting Dr. T for the first time, we are truly blessed to have him here.
Let's share with people, what's the best way you've worked with Dr. Templeman, so everybody understands a little bit how he works and the personality that he brings to the table.
Well, this is a reunion for me with Dr. Templeman. It's been a long time because I have been away from the mangosteen as an advocate for, over a decade plus, and technology has changed. Back in the day, I used to do a weekly event, started out in my living room, kitchen table, went to a small community room, and eventually large halls as we organically grew our network with the mangosteen fruit. And we had old-fashioned CDs, and I would order them in by the dozen. So, and he had a book, and we could go and, even online was very limited. So I had the photocopier, and, we would be photocopying and handing out old-fashioned paper handouts. So his accessibility back then is very different than what we have now. Because a push of a button, a click and a copy and a paste to someone, you've got Dr. Templeman right on your smartphone, and as far as accessibility one-to-one, well, obviously, once we learn what all our different resources, I'm just encouraging everyone to take full advantage of his knowledge and experience.
That's fantastic. And you were the first 100K premier to rank in all of Canada with another mangosteen juice product. Why XanthoMyst and CTFO now? So
back when I started with that juice, we were the first in Canada because the company was about 18 months old, and I knew the owners, so I've been following it. Didn't ever know that I would align, but when the opportunity came, I just felt it, and I knew that I knew that I knew. So again, living room, little samples in Dixie cups, and we just started real life stories. And they just kept coming, build it and they will come. I set out to make about $3,000 a month to keep my children in their ballet shoes and to cover a couple of bills and to have some fun with this new product. But because it was so powerful, more powerful than I ever could realize, even with something now with the science, knowing even the difference in potency, bioavailability, and absorbability, we created stories after stories after stories. So the 100K premiere first was just because we put in the effort of sharing, and it just organically grew really, really fast and very, very solid. Here was XanthoMyst.
Yay, we got ours.
I actually happen to have one. I think it's the
beautiful.
First one. It kind of showed up by a mysterious envelope on my doorstep. And
wait a second. I got to twist and mist right now onto the soft tissue in the back of your mouth that it provides direct delivery into your body. Did you hear Dr. Templeman say that XanthoMyst, he believes, has 85 to 90% bioavailability?
I did.
How did that make you feel? How did that make you feel?
All I know is the first time it's so portable. It's affordable. It goes in your purse. I remember transporting those bottles on the airplane, and we would wrap them in plastic and then a towel and then more plastic, and they would still end up breaking, frozen on the doorstep. We're in Canada up here. Or they would blow up because they ferment. And I had a woman explode a bottle all over someone's white carpet. Anyways, this is, a lot of people have trouble swallowing capsules, powders, pills. Children, how easy will this be to take a little mist? And it's so palatable. The flavor is I can't describe it. It's just delicious. And then that quick, I get almost an instant feel of brain fog lifting, mental clarity. And it's brilliant. And it's ours.
Yeah.
The patented technology along with the trademark, this twist and mist is just, and the packaging, just the whole look and feel is just brilliant.
You got off to a great start here, and it's your first 30 days. But what's your plan? What do you envision?
That's a really good question. And as I was thinking about my answer here, again, it's the movie Back to the Future.
Yes.
So when I was introduced and Ted Michelle Wilson reached out and I loved their text message, Donna, we found something. And of course, I roll, right? Because everybody's trying to recruit, everybody and everything, I roll. Then he says, we need to talk to you first because you're the queen of mangosteen. And I went, that's my fruit. What are you talking about? Me. I said, of course I was the queen of mangosteen. But he had me at mangosteen because literally knowing what I know about it, I was open to hearing what he had to offer. So right away, obviously, I became an associate and ordered the special 7 promotion pack. What a wonderful opportunity to share in your family, yourself, and have a few in your wagon to share and get into the other people's homes as quickly as possible and affordable. So I ordered the 7, and then I started writing down names from back, because we're going to go back to the future, of people that knew and loved the time that we had spent around this beautiful, beautiful botanical. So I just started picking up the old-fashioned phone and dialing the old-fashioned way, reconnecting like we were taught years ago with the real skill set of the people business. And the results of those phone calls were just incredible. And every person I talked to, my heart grew, my excitement grew, my vision grew. And now I'm realizing this is going to be the biggest project, mission, life purpose, and I'm going to probably start crying, everything up to this point is for right now. And I'm just so honored to be here and to be part of the CTFO family, helping distribute this out. Yeah.
Changing the world one person at a time. You're beautiful. You're emotional right now. And I'm gonna direct people to over your left shoulder. There's a picture frame with a magazine or a book. And can you tell us, is that recognition from the past?
It is. So one part I didn't tell about my story is at the time that I started working with the mangosteen in a juice form, I was also, a young mom and struggling in a marriage that was not working out. So I became a single mom, which drove me even more to be that stay-home mom, but not with the story that mommy, we can't afford anything. So that became even more of a drive a few months into this to go. And because of the single mom story, they came up and they captured my story. And if you look inside, like right here, those children giving me a kiss there. They're, by the way, we're all in the movie Elf that was filmed here 20 years ago. And my children were 5 and 10 in the Toy Story with mom. And they're now 30 and 25. And they grew up with that mom that could stay home and inspire others and help others. And the company captured my entire story. And it inspired so many women, single moms, single parents, people in general, that if I could do this, so could they. And it was just an amazing time. And up there, they did frame my entire magazine, and I've kept it up. The little picture up here, I'm on an elephant in Thailand. That afternoon, I have to tell you this, after riding the elephant, we went to a mangosteen plantation. And I stood there amongst trees. Some of them, it takes 7 years to yield fruit off a mangosteen tree. Some of them were hundreds of years old. And I could just feel the passion of the locals telling the folklore, like Dr. Templeman talked about last night, the history of how they use the pericarp rind and how they work with this fruit. It's so sacred. And I had an opportunity firsthand to be there, and it was just amazing.
Yeah, we're propelling history. The discovery that was made, the 10x pure delivery discovery that made XanthoMyst, is the most important thing, is make a difference have fun along the way, and we'll all make money for the right reasons. In closing, I just love that. It's emotional. I can tell from you going back through your experiences and from a lot of the people. And I thank those companies that were in the mangosteen and maybe still are, that it motivated us. We saw, you know, the connection all you people had. We read the testimonials, and we just thought we could take and move science a little farther forward, invest some money on potency, bioavailability. If we could increase potency, increase bioavailability, and then we come up with the misting for delivery. And we are so thankful for those that came before us, and you, and all those memories of all of those people that you've all been all over the world together. You've been to all of the events, all of the awards, and you've had the benefits of the product. We're happy to be able to take it and push it even farther. In closing, I just want you to, would you like to say anything in parting to the people who are listening, watching, in whatever stages of their career with CTFO and Xanthamus is?
I do. I actually want to focus on CTFO right now as the company that is, you know, this is our foundation, the ownership, everything who created CTFO. And in all of my years, I don't have to pick up the phone and call the owners, which you've all reached out to me, and it's been fabulous. And that was second. How I learned about who owns this company, who started this company, the vision for the company, all I had to do was learn your compensation plan, our compensation plan. And I knew everything I needed to know about the ownership of this company by how beautifully, brilliantly, generously put together, with parts of it being copywritten. And I've worked a lot of plans in my day. And in fact, that juice one wasn't really that great of a plan. And here we are. And I knew everything I needed to know about Stu, about Kevin, about David, about others that are here, the leaders like Michael and Adam that have been paving the early pioneer way with CTFO to where we are present day with the launch of Xanthamus. I knew everything I needed to know about this plan. And I won't go into the details, but it is just so generous, caring, and then the other thing I want to say is I've interviewed some folks that have been longtime customers, because we are all product of the product. And yes, this is exciting, but we have equally amazing foundational products that have driven CTFO to where they are today. And I've been interviewing folks that have been on they started, and then month after month after month, they reorder. Why? When health products are everywhere now, why CTFO products, the 10X Pure Technology products? And I started to hear the stories about the other products. So I have them all arriving on my doorstep very soon, so we can showcase the entire package. So CTFO is a great, great, great company. I'm proud to be part of them. And going forward, I just want to quote our Canadian hockey player, Wayne Gretzky. We miss every shot we don't take. You're here listening to this recording, watching it down the road, whatever day it is or that you have come upon learning about Xanthamus and this opportunity with CTFO, you have a chance to take the shot. And in our case, we have a chance to take the mist. So everyone, literally, thank you, David, for your time. We're just warming up. I'm super excited to be out of semi-retirement in the direct distribution industry and being reunited with this beautiful queen of fruit with technology. This is such a perfect storm, and the best is yet to come.
It's obviously really apparent listening to you why you've been so successful. So on behalf of everybody who's watching and the inspiration and seeing your emotion, I just want to say thank you for being here at CTFO. We're happy to have you on the team, and we look forward to an abundant future that, as we said before, let's make a difference, have fun, and we'll all get paid the right amount of money. So thank you, Donna. And I really appreciate having you on, and we'll have you back. Let's take another month, and then we'll have you back and get the next leg of your journey with CTFO.
Oh,
so
that would be fantastic. Thank you again for interviewing me today. It's been my pleasure.
Yeah. Thank you.